Hi, my name is Joseph Brown. I am a sophomore finance major at Miami at the Oxford campus. Today, I am here to present my findings on semiotic analysis of the media and what we have used so far, or what we have learned so far, excuse me, and applying it to a flyer that I found on the internet and why I believe it is important for us as students to be learning this material. So let's get right into it. First here we have what is semiotics. Now we were required to watch a video for this assignment to get some background knowledge and to help us prepare for this assignment. From what I found, I've come across that semiotics is the study of signs. Anything that you can imagine, as stated in the video, we have symbols, colors, camera angles obviously being related to movies or pictures, the way that that picture or movie is taken. If you're watching really any movie, the camera angle that they're using is done for a specific reason to capture that shot. Symbols, we learned and we saw in the video earlier the Apple logo. That's a symbol. Any logo you can think of as a symbol. For example, I don't know, like a Home Depot logo, or any logo for a store, a company. Those are all symbols, as well as colors that go along with those. So denotations and connotations are a big part of semiotics. Denotations are the literal meaning. So as we learned in the video, we have the Apple logo, and the literal meaning of that would be the Apple logo itself. You see that and you know that it's Apple, the company. Now connotations are the signified meaning, kind of what that logo represents as a whole and on a more major and larger scale. For example, the Apple logo could represent technology, or as previously stated in the other video, technology made in specifically California, or a big corporation that makes money. There's a whole bunch of connotations that can come from one single denotation or logo, from a logo or a movie, a film, a flyer. And that kind of ties us into why signs are polysemic. Polysemic means that you can have multiple things come from this one symbol. There's many more connotations compared to just one denotation, as shown below here in the slide. Connotations kind of depend on your background and culture. As me and my religion and ethnicity, I'm a Catholic Caucasian male. It could be completely different from somebody that is from somebody that's Jewish, or somebody that is of the African American descent, or Indian, or any racial or religious background could completely differentiate your connotation and its signified meaning. While everybody can agree upon one denotation, where we look at that and we say, hey, that's what that is, and that's only what it can be. Now let's dig into my example of what I found. So here I found online a flyer for a bowling ad. Now, as you see here, the bowling ad has a lot of material that has, the bowling night. You have the information with the rentals and prices and whatnot, and location and dates on the bottom. You have a little, pop-up ad in the top left corner. But this is the overall, physical encompass of the flyer that we are going to be digging into here in just a second. First off, let's take a look at the top left portion of the flyer. Here it says prize money, live music, and raffles. Now this is to draw in a crowd. People see prize money, live music, raffles. They say, oh, so it can be a time, we can win money, a whole bunch of different stuff. With that being said, there's one specific denotation here, and that is that there's going to be prize money, live music, and raffles. That's clear for everybody. They wouldn't put this on the flyer if it wasn't true. Now, Other people, if we're taking a look from a connotation standpoint, can see multiple different meanings here, and this is a signified meaning here. First off, we have prize money. When you think prize money, you're not just thinking, you could be thinking we're here for a good time, we're going to enjoy, have fun. You could also be thinking, hey, let's win money. Like that's the only reason we're going. But then we also have live music. Now, the denotation of the live music portion would be, hey, we're going to go listen and there's going to be live music. But if you're looking at it from, say, the background standpoint, you are thinking of it from a business standpoint. You're paying this live music company to come in and play for you, but at the same time, you're going to be bringing in more money. It's to draw a bigger crowd to this bowling alley for this event, for them to spend money on the raffles and the prize money. Maybe they won't initially go for the prize money or the raffles, but they see live music and they say, hey, let's bring our kids to this bowling alley for a good time. They get there, they see that there's raffles, they see that there's prize money, you can go from there. Next up, we have the date portion and, important information at the bottom. Date, it's in February, start time 5:30, admissions $50. There's a bar, New York, all this important information that you need. While, excuse me, so it's really, this information is to draw people in. You say, hey, 5:30, it's on February 7th. Let's figure out, let's plan our schedule around. Now, people, like, that's a literal meaning, right? You have the denotation here. Hey, this is when it's going to be. This is how much it is. And, this is the location. If you have any questions, call this number. And the people that are putting out this flyer have the important information at the bottom, kind of to draw your attention, to the main bigger focus, which we'll get into here in a little bit, the big picture. But this is all put at the bottom for a signified meaning. They want it to be, small and minuscule because although it's important information, you're just going to skim over it and, focus on that live music portion, the money portion, the bowling portion. This is really just, once you decide that you're going, this is where you're going to look at because you need to know when, where, and how you're getting there. Next, similar to the last section, shoe rental, $30 for 3 games, snack bar. Right here, our denotation standpoint would be like, hey, I don't have shoes. Okay, they're telling me right now I can rent shoes for a little bit extra money, and there's a snack bar included, right? So here you're thinking, I don't really want to spend that much money, all this other stuff, but I'm getting 3 games out of it, and it's a good time. At the same time, I don't have to worry about dinner because I have a snack bar there, right? And that's the denotation. But from a connotation standpoint, signified meaning, look at it from behind the scenes. You're putting this here. A lot of people don't own their own bowling shoes. So you're thinking from this as a business standpoint. Hey, people don't have it. Let's just charge them $30 for 3 games, $10 a game for shoes, and they can come with their friends and have a good time. So it's not always, the connotation is not always coming off of the viewer itself, but it can sometimes be coming from, a background standpoint and a business standpoint. And lastly here we have the big picture, the thing that's going to draw you in, the logo itself, bowling night. All we have here is we have bright, vibrant colors, which play a big role into it. It attracts you to wanting to look at this portion of the section because we have so many different colors working together. We have the bowling ball, the bowling pins, bowling night, big, loud, right there in the middle. That's what's going to draw you in. The logo here itself is the denotation. Connotation. Now the connotation here would be the signified meaning. It's, hey, let's go have a good time with their friends. It's, it's not too late. Maybe we have work the next day. We can go have a good time, enjoy dinner with our friends. There's a snack bar there. We can all really have a good time together. Especially if we haven't been together in a while. And, lastly, to close this out, it's really important, to find out why we are doing this. And I think, it's essential for us as students to know how semiotics works because as young adults, we're developing into our future careers and roles in society as a whole, and it could potentially play a big part in our futures. And it also allows us for success in this course, to prosper within our learning for, the future assignments that we're going to have in the next week and a half to 2 weeks, as well as our final project. So yeah, thank you for listening. That's my take on semiotics in media. Thank you.